All right, we are wrapping up week 5 on day 3 of our 9 lives, taking a look at our 5th life aspiration area, spirit. Almost forgot what it was. Spirit, also known as spiritual connection, spiritual growth, and or connection to that which is greater. You may have a different title, but hopefully you've had a chance to watch the other videos to decide for yourself what this category is, and for the videos we have been talking about spiritual connection. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about the universal laws of energy and also the power of the great divine. And I think most people are probably familiar, or there is a population of people who are familiar with the number 1 law, universal law of energy, which is the law of attraction. I've heard a lot in my circle of influence, and it's certainly something that I believe in and support. And it's really, simply put, it's focusing on that which we want rather than focusing or putting energy into that which we do not want. Some people may be like, well, how come I'm always getting what I don't want? My question would be, is that what you're focusing on? When I focus on what I don't want, I get more of what I don't want. And when I focus on what I want or what I have, I get more of what I want and what I have. So it's certainly a much broader conversation, that one law in and of itself. But that is, in its simplest review, what the law consists of. I didn't know that there was actually any other laws, again, in my own spiritual quest, and to work on, me working on this particular life aspiration area over the years, I have learned so much more about it. And a couple years ago, I did some research, thank goodness for Google, and I researched universal laws of energy and found out that there was actually 12. And I read through them and I was like, oh yeah, I know, I get that one, or I see that one, or I've experienced that one. And so I did put together, actually one of my books over here that you can't see right now has it on the front cover, because it's something that helps me feel connected to spirit, and so I want to share it with you as a way of touching base with being connected to, or having that reference for spiritual growth and or spiritual connection. I'm not going to go over all 12 of them, but I am going to put a link in the comments that has the handout that I created and or saved offline to share. Because they were all super helpful. And the 12th one on that list actually sort of ties into the second part of this, which is taking a look at the power of the great divine. And the divine has to do with energies, masculine and feminine energies. So gender, not necessarily in relation to men and women or humans and species gender, but gender as a way to reference the masculine and the feminine. Also, in the world of feng shui, you may hear about yin and yang. The yin and the yang represent the masculine and feminine energies. The symbol in and of itself, if anyone isn't familiar with it, it's the circle with the swiggle in the middle, and part of it's white, part of it's black. And then within each of them is the opposite color, because it represents, like I said, the masculine and feminine energies, which can be seen in many, many, many different areas of our life. And so the gift of the divine powers, or the gift of the divine, is knowing that we all encompass both of these energies. And that's an important part for feeling connected, is to know that we, sometimes we may be a female that has more masculine energy, we may be a woman that has more feminine energy, vice versa, a man that has more feminine energies and more masculine energies. And so what I want to share as far as this goes, in opening up possibilities for connection to spirit, is the feminine energy is about being able to lean back or sit back and be with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It's being able to sense into, other things at play, so to speak, and just being able to, think about things. And think about things from the heart space. So it's not like, I need to figure this out. It's, I need to trust that this is going to be okay. Or I need to trust or believe or feel into where to go with, fill in the blank. And so it really is just that trusting from the heart space. And the masculine energy is about being in action. So neither one of these is about doing things. They're both about being. But being in action just means being able to move forward with intention, which is also something I talk about a lot. So the masculine energy is kind of the doing, but it's, being in action. It's taking action and moving yourself forward and creating balance, and moving through this dance, as we'll call it, is where having and creating balance comes from. It's being able to take a look at these two energies and sense into when do I need to sit back and be with my feminine, divine feminine, and when do I need to be in my divine masculine and take action. So yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too much information for this particular video. I did feel like there was a little bit more explanation required because to some people it may or may not make sense. Those who are already on a spiritual quest may be familiar with some of the things I've talked about. Those of you who are unfamiliar with it may find it helpful, and those of you who are just curious about it as well may have found it helpful. And if anything I'm sharing in this video or any of the others is something you would like more information on or would like to talk through, I'm always happy to make connections and to talk to people to help them with where they are, get where they want to go. And of course, these videos and sharing this series is all about helping people organize the non-physical areas of their life, areas where clutter may accumulate, whether it's just the way we think, feel, or move forward in these areas, and or being able to help them raise their level of satisfaction within these different life aspiration areas. That's why we call it the 9 lives. All of us have these 9 lives as part of us, and knowing what they are, being able to move through them and being able to organize them, so to speak, is what helps us to be able to move forward in our life. So anyway, thank you so much for got my phone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining, and do be sure to stay tuned because we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 more to go through. 4 more life aspiration areas to dive into over the next 4 weeks, and I'm excited to share them all with you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.